Yes, I've been teaching herbal medicine for quite many years, and not only in this country but also in England. I came to West 16 years ago, and as soon as I was in the West, I began to teach acupuncture in this college. That was 16 years ago. And also I started teaching in England as well. I'm from Nanjing, I graduated from Nanjing University of TCA. Have to understand all those things briefly. And so if you go to China, you will find that the Chinese herbal medicine is the mainstay of traditional Chinese medicine. And in the West here, acupuncture is the first method you use to treat conditions, pathological conditions of the patients. So in China, herbal medicine is the stem of a tree, while acupuncture is only a branch. And in this country, acupuncture is stem, herbal medicine is a branch. So this is the other way around. But don't worry about that. And it's still a good idea for acupuncturists to learn Chinese herbal medicine. The reason is that you know the basic theories of Chinese medicine already. So it will be easier for us to understand each other. It is also easier for you to learn the Chinese herbal medicine. Okay. First, the history and development of the Chinese herbal medicine. I should say it's been there for thousands of years. And China has a history of 5,000 years. Let's not to talk about far in the past. Let's just start from the book Huide Jin and the Yellow Emperor's Panel of Medicine. And all of you know this book. And this book is still available in China, and it is still regarded as one of the reference books in universities of traditional Chinese medicine in China. So you can see Huide Jin, there are two parts, two books, two volumes of Huide Jin. The one is focused on acupuncture, and the other one is focused on the theories of Chinese medicine and the Chinese herbal medicine. And we can see that even in this book, herbs discussed, the number of herbs, 28 herbs. Formulas, 13 formulas. Okay. And so even in this book, and it talks about the patent medicines, like pills, like powder, decoction, tincture, and so on and so on. Okay, in this dynasty, there appeared a book called Shen Long Ben Cao Jing. Shen Long's Materia Medica, that is the translation. And again, Shen Long, Shen Long is not a name of a person. Again, now, this is also people, that refers to the people. And we can't find who is the real author of this book. So this actually is the first book about the Chinese single herbs. It's a Materia Medica. And in this book, 365 herbs were discussed. These two books were not written by this god of the formula. But his book was divided into two by his students. So the original one has disappeared. And you can see here 52 formulas were discussed, were explained in this book, while 262 formulas were explained in this book. Well, remember, he is the god of formulae, of the Chinese herbal medicine. So actually what we learn in universities of traditional Chinese medicine in China actually are those explained or discussed in his book. Many of the formulas you are going to learn are from this book. And the formulas in this book are known as classical ways. So when people talk about classic formulas, what are they? I have to tell you that the classic formulas are the formulas in this book, or in those two books. I should say that the first book, the Treatise on Disease-Induced Cold, treats the pathological conditions caused by invasion of external pathogens, while in the theories, while in the book Synopsis of Girdle Chamber, we treat all kinds of diseases of the internal organs. We call miscellaneous diseases. So this book, Synopsis of Girdle Chamber, treats the disorders of the internal organs, and that one treats the diseases induced by invasion of external pathogens. And in Song Dynasty, there are three more things to discuss. One, there appeared the Chinese Pattern Medicine Dictionary. That dictionary was only used to explain the Chinese pattern medicine. That is the first one. And also in the Song Dynasty, the second point is there was a book particularly focused on children's diseases. And that book was called The Key to Differentiation and the Treatment of Children's Diseases. The author is called Qian Yi. So children's book was published at that time. And the third point in that dynasty was the first comprehensive book on gynecology was published. And that was called the Useful Prescriptions for Women. And the author is called Chen Ziming. And he wrote a book called Useful Prescriptions for Women. Chen Ziming.